Now, if you've been following the Duggar family saga, as many of us have, you know that their lives are anything but ordinary. From 19 kids and counting to various spinoffs, we've watched these kids grow up right before our eyes. But hold on to your seats, because one of them just made a move that has everyone talking. Yes, I'm talking about Jason Duggar. Remember him? The young boy we saw running around on the TLC show is now a 24-year-old man, and guess what? He's recently tied the knot. That's right, Jason Duggar is officially off the market, having married the lovely Maddie Grace. But wait, did you even know he was in a relationship? If you're scratching your head thinking you've missed a chapter or two, you're not alone. This whirlwind romance seemed to come out of nowhere, and the details are as intriguing as they are surprising. So how did this all happen? How did Jason go from single to married in what feels like the blink of an eye? Well, grab your popcorn because we're diving deep into this unexpected love story. First off, let's set the scene. Jason Duggar, the 12th child in the Duggar family lineup, has always been somewhat in the background. Unlike some of his siblings who are constantly in the headlines, Jason has kept a relatively low profile. That is, until now. In an exclusive interview with People magazine about their October 2024 wedding, Jason and Maddie spilled the beans on how they met, and it's quite the story. Believe it or not, their romance began on social media, but not in the way you might think. Jason was actually advising his older sister, Jana Duggar, to use Instagram to find a beau. Yes, you heard that right. He was giving Jana dating advice. I was like, look, listen, I'm going to hop on here just to find someone just to show you that I can do it, Jason told People. Can you imagine? Trying to prove a point to your sister and ending up finding your future wife in the process. Maddie chimed in, but Jace found my profile just because he accidentally tapped on the notifications button. He saw my profile picture. He was like, oh, she's cute. It was definitely a God thing though. There's no way we would have found each other. It was just crazy. Their relationship moved at lightning speed. From the moment they connected online to walking down the aisle, it all happened in less than a year. Yes, you read that correctly. Less than a year. In May 2024, Jason made their relationship Instagram official by sharing a series of photos with Maddie. The caption was simply a white heart emoji. Subtle yet telling. Fans flooded the comments with supportive messages like, "Happy for y'all, Jace." Then, just 3 months later, shortly after Jana Duggar and Stephen Wisman's wedding, which, by the way, has its own set of intriguing details, Jason and Maddie announced their engagement. They posted about it on social media, and the excitement was palpable. Now, here's the kicker. Although their Instagram announcement included the hashtag #Spring2025 in the caption, hinting at a spring wedding, they didn't wait that long. Instead, they tied the knot on October 3rd, 2024. Talk about a plot twist. So, why the rush? What's the hurry? Well, it might have something to do with their religious beliefs. The Duggars were raised in a conservative Christian household, adhering to the teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles, a group that has been described as controversial by some. In this belief system, traditional dating isn't really a thing. Instead, they practice courtship with the intent to marry. So, relationships often move quickly from meeting to marriage. All right, back to Jason and Maddie. In their interview with People, they seemed absolutely smitten with each other. Maddie shared that they'll be living in Arkansas, which is where many of the Duggar clan reside. She's originally from Tennessee, and that's where they held their wedding. Jason reflected on their whirlwind romance, saying, "We really became each other's best friends, and it just kind of built from there. The journey is what has showed us that we are just perfect for each other." He added that their future plans include some travel and spending time together, but are overall pretty low-key. "It's like just doing life together," Jason said. "Just being able to enjoy the next seasons of life and just be able to take those next steps." It sounds like they're ready to embark on life's adventures side by side. But with such a quick engagement and wedding, it's natural to wonder how they're adjusting. Shortly after their wedding, Maddie turned 21. Jason took to Instagram to celebrate her, writing, "Happy birthday to my gorgeous wife. I love you always and forever." The Duggars' approach to relationships has always been a topic of interest and sometimes controversy. Their practice of courtship is guided by strict rules, often involving chaperones and limited physical contact before marriage. This brings up the question, does this accelerated timeline put pressure on young couples? Are they truly ready for the commitments they're making? Or does their faith and upbringing prepare them in ways others might not understand? Now, let's not forget that Jason isn't the only Duggar making headlines. His older sister Jana has also been in the spotlight recently. At 34, she was one of the few adult Duggars who hadn't married until now. Jana recently tied the knot with Steven Wisman, but their marriage is somewhat unusual. Details are scarce, and the couple has kept a low profile. It's interesting to see how each Duggar navigates their personal life differently, despite coming from the same family and upbringing. But back to Jason and Maddie. Their story is unique in its own right. Meeting through a social media mishap, connecting over shared beliefs, and deciding to spend their lives together, all in under a year. It's a modern love story with a traditional twist, and perhaps that's what makes it so captivating. As they settle into married life in Arkansas, one can't help but wonder what the future holds for them. Will they continue to embrace the public eye, or will they choose a more private life away from the cameras? Given that the Duggars have had their fair share of media scrutiny, it's possible they might opt for some privacy. After all, starting a new life together is a significant adjustment, and doing so under the public gaze can be challenging. But whatever they decide, we wish them all the happiness in the world. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the broader picture. The Duggar family has been a staple in reality TV, providing viewers with a glimpse into a lifestyle that's both fascinating and, at times, controversial. Their approach to relationships, family, and faith offers a different perspective, and it's clear that they hold their beliefs dear. Whether you agree with their practices or not, there's no denying that their lives make for compelling stories. So, what's your take on Jason and Maddie's whirlwind romance? Do you think their faith provides a solid foundation for a lasting marriage? Or do you have reservations about such quick engagements? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates on your favorite stars and TV shows. I love bringing you the latest gossip and news, and your support makes it all possible. All right, lovely people, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious and keep shining.